opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming tenants in 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here we go, 47. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Prescott on first down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is first and 10 at the 46. Past the 20. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a first and 10 at the 18. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack on first down, Prescott, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tavon Austin. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up first and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch the safety creep, 6-6, pull it high.
They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On second down now, it's Cohen. Room here to run. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. There he goes again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The point after is good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott yet again. Completes it to Austin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. And again, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half. And he's got a 1st and 10. Prescott to throw it. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Trubisky. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Watch the screen.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath.
Trubisky's pass intercepted by the Cowboys. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Count. 47.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That is caught inside the 5. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Prescott to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you get the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They'll turn to the power game at Olawale. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jameis Olawale, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky, and that is incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands, and as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. Prescott now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Prescott now. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain there of 21 yards. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
47.
Throwing. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. But now it's 3rd and goal. The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Broken tackle. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins. Never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Trubisky. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Taylor Gabriel. It's now 3rd down and 1.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down. So the 14 yards actually takes them from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Trubisky. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And
using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Now Trubisky to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Trubisky. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Prescott now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Prescott. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack was sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on 4th. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there. Quick
lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Alert, 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 alert.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. The catch made by Miller.
We got this.
Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. This will be caught just inside the 10. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Hey, Delta. Come on, D. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Hey, watch your leg. Ran, Delta.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on third down. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20. Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, he hits Austin. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. This is Cobb with a catch right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Throwing here, Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go!
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Dallas, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10 and 3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's a rare misstep as they'll drop to 11 and 2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau